Shalom, shalom. Let's test it out. How we sounding? How we sounding?
Shalom, Ma. I can hear you.
All right, cool. I got my AC on blast in here, so I don't know how it's cutting through. But it is a hot one, y'all. It's only getting hotter. But it ain't as hot as it is over there in Tel Aviv. You see, I sent my brothers that forecast over there. It is cooking over there.
Hey, they funny as hell for that.
That was crazy, bro. I had to show y'all that. Cooking in Tel Aviv. Look at my moderators. Shalom, everybody's in here. About to get it going. We get this live going. All praise to the Most High, man. We back again, man. Shabbat Shalom. You already know we for our lunar Sabbath people. You know how we do. Lunar Sabbath. Shalom to the people that's in here, man. We definitely got one. We keeping this prophecy going. Yeah, man. It's about to be a good one, man. So I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. I want to salute him first and foremost. I want to say, I'm gonna have it on the screen. Call Halal. Yahawah Hamashayacha Yahawah, and that's all praises to the Most High God, whose real name is Yahawah. We do so in the name of His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Real name Yahawah Hamashayacha. I'm your brother Ratazian, and we are Yahawah's law keepers, aka YLK, until Judgment Day. Here to prophesy the uplifting of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the biblical Israelites, and to prophesy this downfall of this wicked queendom known as Mystery Babylon, America, Sodom and Egypt, the whore of Babylon, the mother of all harlots, man. That's where we are, and to continue to show more of these prophecies. That's what we're going into today, man, end time prophecies. So shalom to everybody that's in here. I'm here with my brothers as always. I'll let them salute themselves, introduce themselves, and we'll get right to it. Shalom.
God. All praise to the Most High Yahawah. Shalom, family. Like I said, Shabbat Shalom. It's your brother Kanye. So all praise to the Most High Yahawah for another opportunity, man. We seeing prophecies and wars, these and things heating up, man. So all praises yet again, man. Keep it short and sweet. This
Man. Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Shabya Yahawah. Back again with my Akim, man, my brethren. In this live class, man. It's a lot of stuff going on in these last days, and we about to dive off into some prophecy, right? We go show who the real chosen people of the Bible are, and we go let the word of God speak, man. Not no damn Declaration of Independence.
Con. I think you said you shared it, so I'm about to share the Facebook link to my personal page real quick, and then we gonna go from there.
God.
Yep, I see it. All praise to the Most High. If you want, who gonna share their screen?
Well, I can share it.
Nah, man. This Iran versus Israel, this is end time prophecy, right? But it's also, we gonna tie it into basically, like current events, but just tie it all together because they're going to war. We are seeing this war, which is end time prophecy, right? But it's like, how are these people, the children of Israel, the people of God, if we're still at war? You know what I mean? Because once the true people of God really get in the land, there's supposed to be peace. It's not supposed to be war. But we're going to show you according to the Bible. I'm just giving you a rough summary. That's what it is, right? There wouldn't be all of this stuff going on. Wouldn't be all this chaos and wickedness, right? But that's not the case. So if that's not the case, either the Bible is a liar or these people that's in here are imposters. And of course, it's the latter, right? We're going to share our screen, right? Get right to it, right? If you want, Luke 24, you can start at like verse 20. I
think it's 21.
It's 21 in
chapter 2, chapter 21 and verse 20.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, started.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Mm-hmm.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there should be great distress in the land, and wrath upon his people, upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right. So that whole chapter is a whole lot, right? So if you're familiar with the whole history of the Israelites, right, we were in captivity in multiple places in multiple times, and then we end up getting out of it, right? So, you know, after we what's that in Daniel, when Nimrod, they had the vision of the statue, right? Nebuchadnezzar, Salakia, right?
God.
So his statue, so he was seeing, you know, his kingdom ended up falling to the Persian Medes, right?
Crocodile.
The water.
You know, stuff on our own, but eventually they were overtaken by the Greeks. So, you know what I mean? And after that, the Greeks, when Christ came on the scene, Greeks ended up passing to the Romans. So this exactly is talking about Romans, right? But the thing about it is a lot of this stuff is dual fulfillment, and it's still going on to this day, because all of this happened when our temples fell down. They came and did everything. He told us that we would have to leave, and really since then we had to go away. So, and the Bible said that we would be brought into our land and there will be peace there. So, you know what I mean? It's still Gentiles over there until this day, even from that time, because none of us was able to go back. We went to the Western shores. And if you know the history of the whole Israelites and how we prove it, they found us on the Western shores and we were scattered into all nations still, right? So we're showing you that the time of the Gentiles is not going to be fulfilled actually until Christ comes back. So right now, this land is still trodden down. As you see, there are bombs. Their capital over there, Tel Aviv, they have the biggest gay parades ever. They have all this wickedness going on. And I'm just saying, like, each and every year, they've been battling with somebody. That Gaza Strip has been on fire. Shit, every damn year, something's going on. If it's not with the Palestinians, it's with Yemen. If it's not with Yemen, it's with, you know, another one of those Middle Eastern countries, and so on and so forth, man. And as you see right now, what's going on with Iran, which we're hoping this is going to bring on the exact beginning of the end, like for real, for real. So as you see, this place is trodden down, and this is a sign of it, right? Because this is what he said will happen, right? Now I want to get a precept to actually go along with that, because this is another prophecy in Ezekiel. We can go back to the Old Testament where they're going to be saying they have the ancient high places, which they do. It's not us over there. There's no peace, and also says scattered into all nations. So if the Israelites or Jerusalem, you know, were captive into all nations, how are these people saying they know they're the tribe of Levi and Yahudi and all this other stuff, but they're over there in the land? So you're not scattered into all nations, right? You don't fit the prophecy. Can I get Ezekiel chapter 36? I just need verse 1 and 2 real quick to go on this, and then I'm gonna get another side note, and then we're gonna go somewhere else.
God.
Ezekiel 36.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter.
Shalom, DB. Shalom, DB. I ain't know he was in. Shalom, family. You can bring it out.
Shalom, bro. Just the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 from the top. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahawah. Thus saith Yahawah power, or the Lord Yahawah, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient places are ours in possession.
Right here. So really, that's the point right here. They are even letting you know. He said the enemy have said this, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. And which that will be that land. That's where they think they are right now, in the land of Israel. Like, they're not in the exact location that our temple and stuff was, but they're in the land, and we're not. And they're saying this. The enemy has said it, right? But look what he said he's going to do to them, which this is looking like it's about to happen soon. You could get verse 3 real quick.
God, verse 3. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, because they have made you desolate and swallow you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people.
Yeah, so it said, as it said again, swallowed up on every side. you know what I mean, we have been made desolate. We have been taken in possession as a residue. You know, they might, all this other things is going on. Salahi, I'm jumping, you know, I'm excited because I'm really just, these are times that we're in. Like, this is the stuff that our people has been praying for, the people that's in the know, to see this exposure, to see these things happening, right? So it said, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, you know what I mean? They might be a possession to the residue of the heathen. That's where our people are. So we would have to think about, how are the Jewish man, the so-called Jewish man, as a possession to the residue of the heathen? They are not in anyone's possession. They are not, you know, scattered into everywhere. They're not stored up in these prison houses. They're not the ones at the bottom. They literally are the top 1% of the world. So that's what we want you to know, that these are the enemy that said, aha, even that ancient places in, you know, are ours in possession. They have it in possession. They own it. It's not the children of Israel that's running that place. Because as we showed you before, it's prophecy that that land would be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we know that the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled once Yahawah cracked that sky, because once he comes back, every kingdom that's now he's going to inherit is going to be translated into his kingdom, right? And I'm going to get another precept in between that, and I'm going to go somewhere else, right? Can I get Isaiah 42 and 22? Because this is just something else to go along with us being a possession into the residue of the heathen and scattered into all nations. This is what he's saying about the children of Israel. So how are you these people?
Yep. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
They rich and famous.
Robbed and spoiled.
Okay, what else?
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody is saying, you know, first off, the Israelites, the real Israelites, they are for a prey, none delivereth. Right now, the United States is delivering weapons. They're delivering assistance to this land of Israel right now. These people get billions of dollars every year. They got reparations. They got all this stuff. That's called deliverance. That's called help. They are not robbed and spoiled or in, you know, snared in holes in prison houses. If you look up the population of the jail population of the United States, the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans probably cover 70-80% of the jail population over here. 50% alone is the so-called black man or the Judites. Literally, this is, you can look this up. So who is the ones that's robbed and spoiled? These people are out here, the richest people in the world. They own the media. They own the record labels in the music industry. They own the NFL and the NBA. They own the porn industry. They own Hollywood. They own the Federal Reserve. That does not sound like a people robbed and spoiled to me.
That's right.
At all. Right? These people are going to be going through it until the end, until the direct end, until Christ actually brings them back there. And like I said, it also said that peace will be going on, right? But we don't see that, right? But we're going to get deeper into it right now. I'm trying to get something. Let's get some meat off the bone real quick. I need Jeremiah chapter 30. We can start at verse 7. Because the Israelites are going to be going through certain things, man. The real children of Israel, like I said, they are scattered. Their land will be trodden down. And you know what I mean? But when they get back, it will be peace. Everything will be good. It will just be a glorious time. But that's not the case right now. We are in a time of war. This is not a time of peace. There is chaos right now in this land. In America, it's like a civil war. There's battles in people's relationships. There's battle in the homes. There's battles at work. That's what time we're in. Right?
Right. You said you want what again?
Jeremiah chapter 30.
Jeremiah 30, yes.
Yeah, we can start at verse 7. Let's read now. Let's get some context.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, so see, this is the time that we're heading into, and the elect of Jacob, that's who's going to be saved out of it, because a lot of our people is going to be destroyed on this time unless they come back, repent, keep God's law, statutes, commandments, and have faith in who the word intimately called Jesus Christ, Yahawah HaMashaYACH. But it's about to say a lot though. Let's dig into this.
God, verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst like bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Now let's pause here, right? Can somebody tell me anyhow where strangers are serving themselves of the Jewish people? Or does everyone come to their aid? Does not the United States come to their aid every single time?
That's right.
If something happens, does everybody come to them? All these people, nobody is doing stuff to Israel. Israel is the one antagonizing everybody. Even right now, they're at war with Israel and Iran. But who did the first strike? Israel literally struck them first. Does that sound like a people of God that's going to antagonize someone that's out here blowing up hospitals and neighborhoods where children are? This is not what God's people will be doing, right? But let's keep going.
God. Verse 9. But they shall serve Yahawah their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them.
Therefore, Ben Yahu was not David.
Man.
He's not David. He's on something else, right? We keep going though, brother. Salakia.
God. Verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahawah, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
So pause there. So first off, he said when he's saving people, he's going to be saving them from the land of their captivity and from afar off, from afar. These people, supposedly, they're the people that are in their land right now. So how does that don't fit this prophecy? Because we know Jacob's trouble has not kicked in yet, right? So this is end time prophecy. They said they would be getting saved from the land of their captivity, which you Israelis are not in, and from places afar off. You're not far off. You're in your land, right? And also it said they shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make them afraid.
God.
But this last week, Israel just shot a bomb in Iran because they're scared that they have nukes. So what the hell are you afraid of? If you're the ones in your house and you're at rest and quiet, and it has never been a quiet day. Nah, that's the opposite of quiet, if you ask me. You know what I mean? But let's keep going, though, brother. Let's keep going on to at least about 14, unless you see a little more.
God. For I am with thee, saith Yahawah, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
See, so even that's another thing. They wouldn't have any enemies once the Israelites get in their land. Everybody's going to be in full subjection to them. He's going to make a full end of all nations, whether he has scattered thee, which these Israelis, these Jewish, were not scattered everywhere. We don't see that. And then they wouldn't even have any problems. There would be no Iran beef. There would be no Palestinian beef. There would be none of this, right? But we still see that, right? We can keep going.
Verse 12. For thus saith Yahawah, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines.
Hold on, but we just said we see every damn time that something happens with Israel, America, Captain save them, jump right up. So they have someone to plead their cause. They have someone to make bounds up. They have someone that's going to show them military support, that's going to send them monetary support every single year. They have healing things. They have people that they can go somewhere else for protection. They don't even have to stay in the land of Israel. Most of those rich Israelis have dual citizenship with the United States, so they can leave anytime they want to. But the Israelites, you know what I mean, the real Israelites, they're stuck in prison houses. They're robbed and spoiled. They're in places that they have to be gathered and saved. So all of this is indicating that these people that say they are Jews and are not, they can't be, because they don't fit any of these prophecies whatsoever, right? And look at 14, even goes on a little bit with the same thing.
Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Yeah, look, so all of our lovers, there has not been a war started for the fact that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been oppressed for over 400 years. There has not been any people that's tried to reach out to us. There has not been any type of declarations or any bills passed for what's happened to us. There has not been anything happen, but there is people, their lovers haven't forgotten them. their biggest lover, which is the whore of many waters, which is Babylon. This is the biggest lover. That's the only lover they need to back them up. And then they have NATO that's backing them, a whole beast system behind them. So if all their lovers forgotten the real Israelites, that's what he said, and that's why they're going to need Yahawah HaMashaYACH that's going to come and do things. How are these people forgotten? How are these people lacking help? They're not lacking help. They have the most support that you will ever need. They have the most dangerous and so-called powerful country, air quotes, guarding them, right? The most powerful country with the most powerful military bomb, watching them, with the most protection, with the most weapons. They have all this stuff. So they're not lacking in any area. Shalom, sister. Yeah, like you said, look, Naya, my moderator, they get $4 billion annually and sometimes more than that. So how are they lacking? How are there no lovers helping them? How is there no support? Because they don't fit the prophecies and they don't even fit the curses, right? And I want to go a little deeper too. I'm going to get a couple more and then I'm going to let y'all get off, right? I need Ezekiel chapter 34. We're going to have to dig into this one real quick, right? Ezekiel chapter 34, Baba Kushah. We need to go down to start at verse 11.
God. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 11. For thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out. As a shepherd seeketh out of his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day.
Here we go again. They're going to be, the Israelites are scattered. He told us this way back in the law, that these things, if we don't listen to his word, we will be scattered amongst all people. We will be scattered amongst all nations. These Israelis say they are at home. They are over there in their so-called land fighting right now. So where do they need to be scattered from? Where do they need to be gathered from? You know what I mean? But he said he's going to gather his people, the Lord himself, right? Let's keep going. It gets deep on this.
God. Verse 13, and I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries and bring them to their own land and feed them.
Wait, no, they bring them, ain't they home right now? The Israelis are at home right now. But he said he's going to do this and bring them into their own land. But somehow they did something called the Balfour Declaration that was started before World War I. That was allowing them to move the Palestinians who were there before them out of the way so they can be placed in that land. You can look it up, the Balfour Declaration. Googleable things, right? They were brought there, this in the early 1900s, right? But we can keep going.
God, and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers and in all the inhabited places of the country. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall be Slakia. It says, there shall they lie in a good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, saith the Lord Yahawah. I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven away, and will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment.
Yeah, so the fat and the strong is the people that's backing them up. That's who's going to be destroyed. The people that have the fat of the earth is the ones that's running it. They are the ones that's running it. So what do they need to be saved from? Any of these things, right? But like I said, we have to emphasize that they are already in the land. But the Most High said that he was going to put his people back into their land and gather them from everywhere they're scattered. We see this in multiple prophecies that they have to be gathered and brought back into their land until they enter into this new covenant, right? It gets more, though. We keep going.
God, verse 17, as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I will judge between cattle and cattle, between the rams and the he goats. Seemeth it a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture, but you must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures, and to have drunk of the deep waters, but you must foul the residue with your feet. And as for my flock, they eat that which ye have trodden with your feet, and they drink that which you have fouled with your feet. Therefore, thus saith Yahawah, or thus saith the Lord Yahawah, unto them, behold, even I will bring Slakia. I will judge between the fat and the cattle, and between the lean cattle. Because ye have thrust with side and with the shoulder, and pushed all the deceased with your horns, till ye have scattered them abroad. Therefore will I save my flock, and they shall no more be a prey, and I will judge between cattle and cattle.
Yeah, see, they will not be a prey. The Israelites will be a prey to everyone. They're not the top dog. Israel is the top dog everywhere they go. They have an iron dome. They have so much protection. They have so much covering. They have so much money. They're not a prey to anyone. They are the damn predators. They're the ones that's preying on people.
That's right.
They are the predator. They're the ones. They started all of this stuff. And every battle they have, they started it. I mean, they've killed so many Palestinians, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Blow up hospitals, churches, schools, everything. Are these people, right? But it gets a little deeper. I want you to go to about 25. I'm going to have you pause there and get something real quick.
Verse 23, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them. Even my servant David, he shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd.
That's another thing in the prophecy. Then Yahoo is not David. That's who's going to be the servant. He's going to set up, obviously, up under Yahawah, but David is going to roll on that throne. David is not over there, but there's going to be more things to indicate that these can't be the children of Israel right now, right? Let's keep going.
Verse 24, and I, Yahawah, will be their God, and my servant David, a prince among them. I, Yahawah, have spoken it. And I will make and I will make with them a covenant of peace, and will cause the evil beasts to cease out of the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods.
No, they're going to dwell in war in the wilderness.
They shall dwell in safety in the wilderness.
Yeah, and then he said he's going to make a covenant of peace. What is the covenant of peace if we're at war and this damn bomb's going off? You don't know if your house is going to get hit with a damn hypersonic missile any day. Where is the peace in this land, right? Now, I want to get an in between this, and then I'm going to finish this chapter all right. Let's get Ezekiel 37. Just to emphasize what he said. He's going to give a covenant of peace. His servant David is going to be ruling over there, and there's not going to be, nobody's going to make them afraid. They're not going to do anything, right? Let's start at like verse 21.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
There we go again. They constantly are being told in the scriptures in these end time prophecies that they have to be brought into their own land. Not them bringing themselves in there, signing some damn declaration with the United States and walking themselves in there and moving other people out. We are going to be brought into our homeland, the children of Israel, who the real children.
You had cut out a little bit, but I think you back.
No, say just the true children of Israel, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, will be brought into their own land. Who we are, we wouldn't be over there right now.
That's right. Verse 22, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
Right here. So he said they're going to be, once they'll be back in the land, first off, they're not going to defile themselves anymore with idols, nor with detestable things. These people are so detestable because, like I said earlier, I mentioned it, they have one of the biggest LGBTQ community parades that you could ever see. There's all type of abominable things going on. They're doing all type of acts as homosexual. They're giving oral circumcisions. They're out here killing kids. They're out here just doing everything detestable. They have idols, all these different things that they don't even believe in who the world calls Jesus Christ. They don't even believe in the Messiah. These people are detestable, and they have so many transgressions. But he said they won't have any of these things once he brings them back into the land. He will cleanse their ways. These people are filthy. None of their ways are cleansed, right? But let's keep going now. You can go to about 28.
God. Verse 24, and David my shepherd, or Slaki my servant, shall be king over them. They shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
No, they're gonna be breaking them and having LBGTQ parades.
They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them.
And we understand that if we look historically, every time that the Israelites followed the law, statutes, commandments, and they went to war, they prevailed, they won. But we know that these are not the people, and this people, they're going to lose this battle. They're going to lose this. They're going to be blown to smithereens. And as we said in even Luke 21 and 24, our land is going to be trodden down. Right? And that's what we're seeing. They're still at war. There is no peace. Because he said that's what they should be in. And I believe he's going to bring it out in here as well. Let's keep going, brother. Salakia.
God, verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. My servant David shall be their prince forever.
No, look, so well, some of these people is leaving. They take some flights to getting out of there. But he said they're going to dwell therein, even their children and children forever. But some of these people are leaving because it's getting too hot over there. And we need to go somewhere else. It's going down. So that's another thing. They're making God, if they're the people, then everything about this, they're making God to be a liar. But we know that God is not a liar. But we understand that these people are, right? And you can finish this out, Shah.
Khan. Verse 26, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yeah. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahawah. It's like that I, Yahawah, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore.
See what I'm saying? So even the heathen would know that Yahawah sanctified Israel. So if the heathen would even know, there's no way that Iran would even be able to come against Israel. They would know that those type of choices that they would make will be dire to them. You know what I mean? So there's no way that they could be these people, man. There's no way, right? And we can go back to Ezekiel 34 and finish that out for 26 to 30. And I'm a yield there, man, because I know y'all got a lot, and it's a lot, and I'm leaving stuff out there for y'all just cause. Anyway.
I think I stopped at 26. Verse 26. And I will make them in the places around about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the shower to come down in the season. There shall be showers of blessings, and the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase. And they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord. And shall know that I am Yahawah.
There's no safety over there right now. There is trouble in the land. They say they should dwell safe in their land. What is safe about hundreds of rockets coming down? Why do you need an iron dome if you're gonna dwell safe? There will be no need for an iron dome, right? Well, you can finish this out, brother.
When I have broken the bands of their yoke and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves of them, they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. And I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the shame of the heathen anymore. Thus shall they know that I, Yahawah, their power, am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, saith the Lord Yahawah. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pastor, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord Yahawah.
Yeah, so there will be nobody that can even ever come up against the Israelites. Once they get put in their place of righteousness, back in their proper position as being righteous, as following God's law, statutes, commandments, they would never go off again. They will never be brought down again. Nobody will ever be able to come against the children of Israel once they are put in their proper position, which is back on top, which is in the kingdom of heaven, which is run by Yahawah HaMashaYACH, and under him King David, and so on and so forth. There will be peace in the land. They will dwell safely. They, you know what I mean? All these things, they will be gathered from everywhere, and then they will be placed in the land by the Lord himself. Right. They don't fit any of these things. And there's so many more places we can go to, but I'm going to allow my brothers to go ahead and get some hits off. So with that, I yield. Call Lord Yahawah Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Shalom.
God, man, this whole presentation is going to show you the power of prophecy, man. And This is what the Bible, this is what it's all built upon, man. The prophecies, this is how we know the things that we know. You feel what I'm saying? Ultimately, by His Holy Spirit that He have poured out upon us, man, and it's revealing these things to us, man. I'm about to share my screen again. So lock, I ain't mean to do that.
Shalom, call. It's a link in there for you. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I got it up.
Oh, God.
I already got the verses up.
Shalom.
Shalom,
brother.
I'm about to pick right over where Tazi I left off, man. It's all about prophecy, right? So you can start.
Shalom, my boy Jay Fields in the building. Shalom, King.
Yes, sir.
My brother over there in that spirit, man. Shalom, brother. Good to see you on here.
Boy,
all praises.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
What you say, Sharp?
Salakia. I was sharing my screen. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it popped off again. Like I said, unless you want him to do it, but there you go.
Yeah, it's back on there. You can read to verse 8.
God. From verse 3.
Yeah.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 3. It says, "And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase."
Right. So right here at the start of this future prophecy, aka eschatology, right? It's telling us that the Most High God is going to gather all His people from all the countries, not just from one place, right? From just the damn, where was they at? And damn, I forget where they was at. Somewhere in Europe or Russia, where they migrated from all the way to the land of Israel, right? And He said that He was going to gather them, right? And we know what future prophecy in the book of Matthew chapter 24, it tells us when Yahawah shall return, He's going to gather His people, right? And He's going to break it down. Keep going.
9. It says, "And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed. Neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahawah.
Nope.
Behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth."
Right. So right here in this verse, in verse 5, the Lord is saying the days is coming where He's going to redeem His people, and He's going to raise up a righteous branch unto David. A king, he shall reign and prosper. Name who, whatever hell his name is, he's not over there prospering. He is going through calamities. He is afraid. He not girding up his loins, right? And he not executing no damn judgment nowhere. He is committing a damn genocide, right? He's at war. When Yahawah shall come back and redeem His elect, there's not going to be a war. It's going to be a massacre. That's what's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Whoever come up against the children of Israel, it should be a massacre come up against them, right? If they back in their land, right? Keep going.
So Lucky, let's get some lights up too, man. If y'all in here, man, I need all that. Like, share, subscribe. We should have more lights than what we got in here. Let's get us up in the algorithm, man, so we can get the hell up out of here, man. We looking for the lost sheep and the believers, man. This is our time. We need to lock in more than ever. So Lucky on that. I need some lights to go up, man. Shalom to everybody that's in here too.
God. Continuing on in verse 6, it says, "In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely."
Right. So in the righteous branch's days, the righteous branch of David and the king, it says Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. Even with this whole text, we see both kingdoms being mentioned: the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel, which is the two kingdoms, right? This is what Ezekiel 34 was talking about, where it say it should no more be divided, or two. It should no more be two nations. It will never be two nations, right? And even with this verse, we don't even see the northern kingdom in the land. All they say is they are from Judah, Benjamin, or Levi.
Yep, or Levi.
You feel what I'm saying? That's them the only tribes they mention, right? But we see this prophecy when Yahawah returns, right? This is who the world refers to as Jesus Christ, the King. He's going to come back and reign and prosper, and His people will dwell safely, right? And what else, Kaya? You finish that out.
It says, "In this is His name whereby He shall be called, the Lord our righteousness."
All right. The King is going to be called this, right? And we don't see this over there. We don't see no damn king over there reigning and prospering, right? And just go dive up to some more, right? Keep going.
"Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
But
So, Salakia, there's no more going to be people talking about the damn Passover. They still over there celebrating Passover. So this is how we know that they can't be the true people of God, because they say when the Lord returns and put them back in their land, they're not going to be celebrating the old Passover no more. They're not going to be celebrating what he did to the damn Egyptians and stuff, right? But what they going to be celebrating a lot.
It says, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
Right? This is what this is talking about, right? They shall dwell in their own land, right? I just want to grab something real quick, right? Bear with me, because this even goes further into it, right? I'll just share my screen. So this is supposed to be the estimate on what the Holy Land should look like. They don't rule a quarter of this. They only rule what, like really like Jerusalem or something like that. Like they only like down here. They supposed to have all of this land, bro. Y'all can see my screen?
Yep.
Like they supposed to have all of this land. All from part of Africa, some of the so-called Middle East, Israel, Babylon, all of this supposed to be in their possession, but they don't possess none of it because we know that these are not the chosen people of God.
Slacky, can you zoom in?
Oh, here it goes. It's a lot. Like this part.
Yeah.
This whole, look at all this land. These people only right here in the middle of it. They supposed to have all of this land to themselves from the Nile to the Euphrates. This is the land that is promised to the children of Israel once Yahawah returns, right?
That's right.
Let me go get back to it.
Wow, yeah.
All of that land. Right. And I got one more.
Yeah, like you said, they got a sliver up there.
Literally, a slither of all the things they supposed to have. It's a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna grab this one. Right. You can start at 33. Matter of fact, Slovakia, you can start at 34. You can start at 34.
Yeah.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20 and verse 34. It says, and I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness and of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith Yahweh power. It says, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me, and will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am Yahawah. As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh power, go ye, serve ye every one his idols, and hereafter also, if ye will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols.
Right. So we see right here, right, it's telling us he's going to purge out the people and the rebels from among them that transgress against me. Like the brother was saying, all the things that they're doing over there, committing genocide, having these damn sodomite parades, and all of this type of wickedness in the Holy Land. It's telling them that all the people that rebel against the Lord will be purged from among these people, because during the time of when the Israelites are set back in their land, it'll be a time of righteousness. There's not going to be any wickedness. It's not going to be any more war. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be complete peace in them days, right? And I got this. You can bring this out. You can start at verse 1.
Definitely had that. All praise. This is the book of Micah, chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahawah shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
Right. So right here, this first verse, it says, people shall flow unto it. Nobody is traveling to Israel for nothing, right? People abhor Israel. People don't even want to deal with Israel. People hate Israel right now, right? Keep going.
God says, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahawah and to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahawah from Jerusalem.
Right, and none of these things are stemming from Jerusalem right now, right? Nobody is coming up saying, let's go to Jerusalem. Let's go see what the house and the God of Jacob is doing, because he go teach us. Nobody's saying that about Israel right now. And that's how we can easily prove with prophecy that those people in the land right now are not the true biblical Israelites. Right? Keep going.
God says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up the sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more.
That's right. Nobody's going to know war once Israel is back in their land, right? Nobody. There's not going to be sword against another nation. Nation not going to rise up against any nation. There's going to be complete peace in our land. This is what Yahawah and what Yahawah wants, right? I'm going to grab this one too, right? You
Yeah, I
grab
said that
this.
exact thing in Isaiah chapter 2, which 2 was crazy. That exact same thing. So he made two major prophets bring that out.
Yeah, that's fire. Yep, 2 or 4.
You just want 23?
No, you can start at 20.
So this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 20. It says, thus saith Yahawah of hosts, it shall yet come to pass that there shall come people and the inhabitants of many cities, and the inhabitants of one city shall go to another, saying, let us go speedily to pray before Yahawah and to seek Yahawah of hosts. I will go also. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come and seek Yahawah of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before Yahawah.
Right.
Thus saith,
so we see it again, another verbiage being used for nations coming to serve the Lord, right? Keep going. Now we go see what these nations go do when they arrive to the house of the Lord, right? Keep going.
It says, thus saith Yahawah of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.
So please show me one person in the whole entire world going to the land of Israel, and 10 men going to the land of Israel amongst many other strong nations, right? Like it said in verse 22, and going to them of him a Jew, the person that's calling themselves Jews right now, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. This is not happening right now. And this is another future prophecy showing us that the people in the land right now in Israel are not the true people, because in them days, like you say, all of these people are going to come up and worship or try and worship our God, right? Through us, through of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Nobody think God is with them, the damn Jewish people right now. Only people with them right now is the damn spiritual demon Satan, right?
That's right.
And I got another one, right? You can start at 16, Zechariah 14 and 16.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left on the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king.
Right. So it's like it right here in verse 16. This is afterwards of all of the judgment that happened when Yahawah returns, right? This not even happened, right? It says all nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king, right? Keep going.
It says Yahawah of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
So please show me one nation in the world that's going back to Israel and sleeping in damn tents right now. None of these things are happening. And this is how easy it is to disprove that them people in Israel is not who they say they are, right? Keep going.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahweh of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
Right. So whoever ain't go back to Israel, they're going to be in a damn drought. Right. So all of America, damn near all of Africa, all of Australia, Europe, all of these damn places should never grow crops ever again. The world should be desolate right now if that's the case, right? If these people are truly the people who they say they are, the whole world should be desolate, right?
Man.
You feel me? I'm gonna grab. I think I got like 2 more. Yep, I got 2 more. Let me see. Slovakia. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna grab this one. This is gonna be my last one. Get these out the clip real quick. Yeah, you can start at 26.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Right. So this is a prophecy stating that whoever overcomes and basically be saved, which they will classify as the Balfour Declaration, then being put back into their land, Yahawah said that he's going to give them power over the nations. So where the hell are they damn slaves at in the land? They should be over there whipping people with a rod of iron and breaking them into shivers if they have received of the Lord, of the Father, right? These are all things that we don't see in the land. This is how we can easily prove that the people in the land are not the true Jews, right? The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of, right? I'm going to grab just one more, end it out with this. Isaiah 61. We can start at the top. Right here it says, exaltation of the afflicted. Like the brother brought out earlier, the damn Jewish people or the small hats, these people are what? And they're like 30% of all billionaires, but they like 10% of the world population or something like that, bro.
2%.
It's something 2%. Crazy. It's a crazy type of ratio.
Man, it's something crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think they like 10% of the world's population, but 30%.
No, they 1% of the world's population. So shit. Yeah, and then they got like 90% of the money or something. That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Something like that is just crazy, but you can just bring this out just to verse 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61 and verse 1. The spirit of Yahawah power is upon me, because Yahawah hath appointed me, or anointed me, to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
The brokenhearted, right? People that are brokenhearted, people that don't have nothing. Like the brothers were saying, these people receive Lord knows how much money annually from just not doing anything, right? They receive billions and billions of dollars of funds to fund wars, to fund genocide amongst the people of Gaza and all of this stuff. Fighting over land is not even theirs, right? These people are not brokenhearted. They are causing people to be brokenhearted, right? Keep going.
It says to proclaim liberty to the captives,
right?
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Mm-hmm.
To proclaim the acceptable year of Yahawah and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
Right, and this is how we tell who the people are. Who is mourning? Who needs the opener of the prison of them that are bound? Who fills up, or who is the most who have the most population in the damn prison houses? Right, the so-called Black and Hispanic people have the most people inside the prison homes. Right, to proclaim liberty to the captives. Who are the people that's captives, or the sons of captives, right, or the daughters of captives? We are. This is talking about our people. We are the people that are mourning, right? Keep going.
God, just to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
No, the whole world.
In Zion.
No, in Israel right now.
In Zion.
Mm-hmm.
To give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
The garment of praise. It's like it says, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, meaning you're going through something. He's reciprocating all the bad things that you're going through for good things, right? Instead of mourning, he's giving you joy. Instead of the spirit of heaviness, he's giving you the garment of praise. Instead of ashes, he's giving you beauty. Right? Keep going.
God, that they might be called trees of righteousness, planting of Yahawah, that he might be glorified.
That's right. And do all the things that he blesses children with is all going back to him, right? Him redeeming his people from the lands afar off, like Jeremiah chapter 23 say, that it should no more be that the Lord have brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but he have brought them up from the north country and from all countries whether he have gathered us. That is what is going to glorify him through us. Him redeeming his people is going to glorify him. It's going to make his people praise him even more, right? Because of the things that we're going to see and receive. Lord willing, will be a part of that number, man. And it's clear as day that the people in them land right now is not who they say they are, man. According to prophecy, and according to the word of God, man. With that, I yield.
God, hey, not random fact. I just looked it up, but now it said according to 2025, it was 1% all this time. Now they made it up to 2% of the world's population. Still, like it's just showing they the smallest percentage in the world, but they consume the most of the money. They have the bulk of the money. That is ridiculous because they say it's about 8 billion people in the world, and it's only about 15 million, almost 16 million of them. That's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro.
That's ridiculous.
Salaki, I gotta grab one more just because you said that.
Ooh, good one.
You can bring this out. Matter of fact, you could just get to the point. You can bring that out.
Here's the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Of what?
As the sand of the sea.
Right, of the sand of the sea. Keep going.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Mm.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
That's right. Like I say, the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. You got to really think about that. Like this sand. Think about how much, first of all, think about how much sand it is just on one beach. Then just think about all the beaches in the world that have sand. Like sand is so much when you pick it up, it's just so much, like it can't be numbered. And it just shows you how much Israel truly is. Like we are of a heavy flock, man. It's just all praises, man. You could finish it out.
Let me full screen this lock here. Verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Israel.
Yep. Right there. Once again, we see it, the same verbiage being mentioned. That these people being gathered together, being saved, and they're going to appoint them one head, aka one king. They shall come up out of the land, man, and return to theirs, right? And like I said, with that I yield, man. All praise to the Most High God, Yahawah.
Check that private chat real quick. I just sent something so you can pull up real quick. Set your screen up just to prove what we said. Look at that. Let's read this top part. As you see this.
It says, as of 2025, the world's core Jewish population, those identifying as Jews above all else, was estimated at 15.8 million, which is approximately 0.2%. Not even 2. Damn, it's 0.2% of 8 billion world population. It says Israel hosts the largest core Jewish population in the world with 7.2 million, followed by the United States 6.3 million. Other countries with core Jewries about 100,000. France. I thought he was gonna get into like their money and stuff.
Oh no, see, yeah, we have to look that up. This is to show you why America is coming, because they're the second most population. They right behind them. You know what I mean? With that many people.
Damn, yep. You ain't lying. Followed by these.
Yeah, it's only 1 million less.
Yeah, literally. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yep.
But they definitely got that, but they don't want to do that, and it just proves against one of the other points. You might as well get Revelation 2 and 9, because look what it says that the real Israelites will be going. But we understand that this few amount of people owns everything. So how are you the people?
Bring
that out real quick.
NLT.
Bring that boy to NLT. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9 in the NLT. It says, I know about your suffering and your poverty, but you are rich. I know the blasphemy of those opposing you. They say they are Jews, but they are not, because their synagogue belongs to Satan.
Oh.
Hold on, bring that back one more time, Salakia.
It says, I know about your suffering and your poverty, but you are rich.
See, so we understand that you can't be impoverished and rich at the same time. So these people are in tribulation, they're in poverty. The real Israelites are in trouble. He know their works, he understand what they're going through, what they've put up with, but they're impoverished, they're not the richest people, they're in trouble, but spiritually they are rich, right? Because that's the only thing that the real Israelites are going to be rich in. But you Israelis, you wish, you small hats, are the richest people in the world with the smallest population, right? And let's go what he say about the other ones.
Salakia. It says, I know the blasphemy of those opposing you. They say they are Jews, but they are not, because their synagogue belongs to Satan.
See, and that's who they are, the chief house of Satan, man. Shalom, Yahawah in the building, man. Shalom, King. Definitely got to tap in with you, Malak. But Shalom.
Shalom, Malak.
Shalom.
Yeah, that's just want that small point. I know Kanye and Cole probably sitting over there on fire right now.
You got two main points for real, because it's like you're saying, man, like prophecy disproves these people as being the people, right? And we've been showing you prophecy after prophecy that these people don't line up. They don't even they don't match any of the blessings. They don't match any of the curses. These people don't match even how they got back into the land, right? And they don't match the characteristics and behavior of the chosen people once they in the land, right? Nothing lines up with these people being the people. It's just them saying something and deceiving the world, And now we got this situation where the world is on fire, and it's all praises for it, man. So, Baba Kushah, if you can bring up Baruch chapter 2 real fast. There's something at the end of that chapter. Bring up, man. This is crazy. Like, if anybody is still believing that these people are the chosen people and they claim to believe in the scriptures, you are a fool and you are deceived, right? Showing you prophecy after prophecy. These people cannot be the people. If you still choose to believe that, that's because you believed a damnable lie, right? And the Most High has had you deceived, right? But we can start from our usual place. We can start at 30 and just read down.
Sure. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord.
So like right here. Like when let's get this right. So the true children of Israel, right? They're gonna, in the land of their captivity, they're gonna remember we're not black, we're not Hispanic, we're not none of these things. We or in this case, let's say for them, right? Whatever they was calling themselves beforehand. Oh, now we the children of God. We not supposed to be doing what our fathers did. Like we already been established, and it's something that's easily verified. These people have the largest pride parade. What is different? If anything, these people are waxing worse in the land that they're supposedly supposed to repent and turn from. How was that possible? Right? So that don't line up with this. That don't line up with scripture. That don't line up with prophecy. Right? We can keep going.
God. It reads, I'm gonna start at 34 again. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
Right now they getting bombed to hell. You
That's
feel
right.
me? The so-called Iron Dome that's supposed to be some masterclass defense is getting destroyed and annihilated. These people are dying. They say when they get in the land, they're not going to be diminished. They're going to only be increased. How again? They don't line up with prophecy. All right, you can keep going.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Nah, it's going. What's the devil name that's ruling over there? That's supposed to be the head over there. Ben Yahoo.
Yahoo, yeah.
He gonna put out a decree that you can't leave the land. That's what's gonna happen. Like that's why you're not leaving the land, right? No, it said the Lord is not going to let his people be driven out no more, meaning that nothing is going to happen to where these people are going to be afraid, like we've been showing time and time again, right? But these people don't line up with. These people are literally telling their people, yeah, we at war and we getting bombed to hell, but you can't leave the country. What sense? How? Man. That don't even make sense, bro. Right? And man, we've been hitting this over the head time and time again with this, man. It should be, and it's all praise to the Most High. Their lies have been exposed. These people are frauds, right? And we can, Baba Kushah, you can grab Jeremiah 16 and verse 19. Baba Kushah. Baba Kushah, man. We about to see, man. These people have inherited something, right? But it ain't the truth.
That's right. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 19, and it reads, O Yahawah, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
See, and that's what these people have inherited, right? Little do they know. But that time is coming where they're going to recognize that we were lied to. We are not the chosen people. We are the people of the Most High's curse. That's who they are, right? These people are supposed to be the example of the world, but yet we find them doing the most wicked and atrocious things on the planet, right? When we look at media, who controls the media? The small hats, which are supposed to be the people. But what are they pushing out?
Man,
pedophilia, all types of wickedness and all manner of abominable works, man. They targeting our children. These are supposed to be the people. How? Right? It says the children of Israel, when they're in the land, they're going to be a light to the world. These people are full of nothing but gross darkness.
God.
So
right.
It's no way in the world that these people are the actual people. These are the people of Satan. These are the synagogue of Satan, man. Right? And it's time for our people, the true chosen, you feel me, the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans who make up the 12 tribes of Israel, to awake out of sleep, man, to wake out of darkness. The time is drawing nigh, and it's all praise to the Most High, man. It's high time to awake out of sleep, bro. But with that, I yield.
I got a quick one, real quick. Future prophecy I wanted to bring out, but no, you're right, man. These people are extremely wicked, man, and all praise to the Most High that sooner than we think that these people are going to receive their judgment, right? And the people that enables them along with it. You know what I mean? You can grab this real quick. You can start at 7. We go read this. Just read the rest of this verse. This chapter.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from Yahawah, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts in the forest, as a young lion among the flocks. Sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver it.
Right. So the remnant of Jacob is going to be among the Gentiles, right? As a young lion amongst sheep, and if he go through, he's tearing them up. He's causing destruction, right? And we have never seen this from the damn Jewish people, right? Jacob, it's about all 12 tribes. As they on the mission, is only the kingdom of Judah over there, right? Keep going.
God. It says, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off.
Right? We have not seen none of this happen in that land. They only beefing with the damn Palestinians and the damn Iranians and stuff like that. They not cutting off all their enemies. There's a lot of people that don't like Israel right now, right? Keep going.
Yep. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahawah, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. And I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands.
Mm.
And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, as such as they have not heard.
That's right. This is what's coming to the heathen, right? And we see that none of these things have occurred in that land since 1948, right? None of these things have happened because this is a future prophecy. Once our Lord Yahawah HaMashaYACH returns, who y'all know as Jesus Christ, he's going to come back and establish these things, right? And I think I got a little bit more on this one. You can start at 16.
God. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 16. The nations shall see and be confounded at all their might, and they shall lay their hand upon their mouth, their ears shall be deaf.
Mm.
They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of Yahawah our power, and shall fear because of thee.
Right? So this is talking about once everything is established in the land and they see all of the marvelous works that he has done for his people, right? Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. It shall basically be in awe, right? Keep going.
God, who is a God like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy.
Mm.
He will turn again, he will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, he will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea.
Right? So like we've been beating, like we've been beating a dead horse. These people are still over there sinning. They are still over there promoting pedophilia, the LGBTQ stuff, pornography, all of these things that's so detestable and wicked. They're still doing these things, but it tells us here that what? Thou will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea, right? None of our sins is going to be nowhere near us once the true Israelites are back in their land. We're going to be dwelling in total righteousness. There's going to be total peace, right? You can finish it off.
It's a small point. It's going to be impossible for the children of Israel to sin in the land.
That's right. That's right.
Verse 20 says, thou will perform the truth of Jacob, to Jacob, and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old.
That's right. And all of these, like you say, from the days of old, all of these are prophecies that has not been fulfilled, even to this day. And this is how we can easily tell that them people in Israel are some damn converts and they got hell to pay. So very, very soon, man. Very, very soon, man.
All praises to the Most High Yahawah.
Khan, what's up, Cole? Where you at, brother? How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. You can really start with Ezekiel 37 for real.
God.
Yeah, you can start at verse 15 for real. And just as a side note, even this whole chapter, just even going into the dry bones, you know what I'm saying, regaining that life and everything like that, that automatically proves, like disproves any of the Jewish people being the true Israelites because as the Bible says, it would have to be a time period in which we were dead. And they claim that they have never fallen away from who they are as a people. They've always had this knowledge, and they always kept to it and those sorts of things. The only thing that they said they would say that they didn't have happen was them being inside of their land. So that's
Con,
just a little sidebar. Even when you look at Second Ezra, to speak about how, the way to the truth will be lost for us. You got various prophecies saying how we will fall away from, saying the Most High God. The Most High God hid Himself from us. So that already dispels number one. So now we
Mm-hmm.
could just kind of kick off. We can start at 15. You can go ahead.
Fine. It's
con,
the book. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and verse 15. The word of Yahawah came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph and the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel and his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and it shall become one in thine hand.
So we see this the two kingdoms being joined back into one. It's one nation. It's so go ahead, continue.
Verse 18. When the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Saying to them, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
Just reiterating how we're going to come back together as one nation. Go ahead, continue.
And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
This is key with their whole claim to being Israelites, right? The Bible says, not the Bible, just says, thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh God. Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their homeland. It's not speaking of just Benjamin, Levi, and Judah being gathered. No, because we seen before it said how both nations will be reconciled into one. And then the Most High God will be taking all the children of Israel from among the heathen. They
That's
still
right.
saying the diaspora is still going on, and people are still coming back right now.
Mm.
con.
So if we go on by their words, the Most High God is a liar because He said that He would do this all at once. He's taking the children of Israel from every group of heathen and bringing them back into their own land. Right? Go ahead, continue.
Con. Well, Salaki, because I'm like, the first part I didn't bring out, but we ended up bringing out doing this. I think he was a little late, but you're right. I just didn't
Uh,
bring out the stick part. But no, this
okay,
is
Con. Well,
exactly
if
what
you
I'm
are,
into for sure.
yeah, Con, you already brought this up. We can jump to my next point then.
Con.
We can go to Ezekiel 34.
We're here too. It just depends on what you bringing out. Corey,
Oh
your
Yeah.
my
ass was
God.
late.
Man, no, I was, bro. I didn't even pay attention to the time, bro. I'm laying down. I just kind of get up, check my phone. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. The time flew, bro.
Yeah. I think we have read this whole
Uh,
chapter. Yeah, we read a lot of this chapter.
yes. My God. It
Yeah.
stole all the bread.
I,
Uh,
I ain't gonna lie. If you was late, I definitely went to
did
34 too.
y'all went to Jeremiah 32?
No, not
No,
32. Nope.
no.
Yeah, we can get that then, Lord, for Christ.
He
That's
God,
what
we talking
happened
like
when you
40,
show up late. Yep, yep.
38.
Well,
said that's
actually,
what
you can.
happened. You show up late.
Yeah, that's why when you show up late to the barbecue. So you can
Oh,
start at 37 for real.
Oh yeah, I
oh
ain't
yeah,
bring out
yeah.
none of this.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 32, and verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whether
Out of where?
out of
All
all
countries.
countries,
Out of all, we shall be gathered out of all countries, right? Go ahead, continue.
whither I have driven them in my anger, in my fury, in great wrath, and I will bring them again into this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely.
Whoa, this is a key point, bro. With the gathering of Israel, right? Us being gathered out of all countries and us being brought back to the land of Israel, we will be dwelling safely.
That's right.
It said, I will cause them to dwell safely. Go ahead, continue.
Verse 38. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God.
Okay,
And
go ahead, continue.
And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them.
Mm,
Do it look like they fearing the Most High God over there?
Hell
Not when
no.
they throwing pride parades. Not when they
Man,
doing everything that they doing. Not when the other nations are not even fearing our God. You think the
mm,
Most High God showed his power by gathering us out of all nations, and the other nations still want to come up against his chosen people?
mm.
Even though he said that we will be caused to dwell safely, it's not even adding up.
Con,
Go ahead, continue, and it's gonna continue to drive points of why they cannot be those people,
that's right.
because all these prophecies have to match. Go ahead, continue.
Verse 40. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, and they shall not depart from me.
Key point is he would not turn away from us. If this is them, it's not looking like he's with them. They're over there getting bombed right now. It's missiles dropping, going through the defense dome. It does not look like the Most High God is with them right now.
That's right.
If they
con,
are supposed to be the chosen people, and with all the stuff that they doing, it doesn't look like they are not departing from Him. So if we're going to say these are the chosen people, you then have to say that the Most High God is lying here. Go ahead, continue.
God. Verse 41. Yeah, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul.
With his whole soul. This is how much he's doubling down on this, right?
ooh,
With his whole soul and his whole heart. So this has to happen. There's no way that it can't happen. All right. Well, we got to throw the whole book away and say that this is all fictitious. Go ahead,
mm.
continue.
Verse 42. For thus saith Yahawah, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people,
Key point
so
right
I,
here.
so will I bring them up. It's like it. So will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them.
All the good that he had promised us, bro. That's all the prophecies. That's all the blessings that he told he was giving us. What apart? Where is you seeing the blessings that we was gonna be getting bombed with missiles? If that's
Man,
where do it say that? Oh, I'm gonna bring y'all back in the land and I'm gonna let Iran bomb y'all.
man,
Where does that sound like any good at? Come on, man. Go ahead, continue.
God, verse 43. And field shall be brought in this land, whereof ye say it is desolate without man or beast, it is given into the hand of the Chaldeans.
Come on now. It's still desolate over there, bro. It's still
That's right.
desolate. They don't even occupy the whole entire, like the brother was bringing up, they don't even occupy the whole entire Israel. The
Man,
actual place where our temple used to be at is a desert right now. There's
that's
con,
right.
coyotes and stuff running over there. Go ahead, continue.
Verse 44. Men shall buy fields for money, and subscribe evidences, and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin, in the places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the south, for I will cause their captivity to return, saith Yahawah.
The captivity. So when our captivity is ended, it goes back to us having peace, being back in the land. The land is replenished, right? Now we're able to grow crops again. It's all that stuff that you don't see happening there, bro. Israel, they still getting a lot of stuff imported because they just don't have that ability to grow a lot of the stuff.
con,
It's impossible for them to do that because the Most High God said it. That's not their land. They are imposters. Hey, sorry, not
God,
sorry. You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? So, and that's something that they got to deal with. That's why every time when they make this claim to be the chosen people, we run right to prophecy. We run to stuff like Revelation, where it said that there was going to be a group of people saying that they are the chosen people or not. You also got in Romans 9, where it even tells you how there were already people, you know what I'm saying, pretending to be us. Then you
mm,
got even historically, you got Herod the Edomite, King Herod, but they would say that he was quote unquote king of Jews.
con,
You know what I'm saying? So you got to always take this type of stuff into account when you're dealing with this, bro. Because the most I put it right here in front of us to see who it really is. You just got to do what? Look at the sign. It said that it says in Deuteronomy 28. It said that the curses are for a sign and for a wonder. Even if we was just playing simple right now and just not even have brought out any of these prophecies and just went straight to Deuteronomy 28, even though that's also a prophecy in itself. But if we was just to stay there, we could still just dispel every single claim that they make about them being the chosen people.
literally.
Did anybody bring out Deuteronomy 30?
Nope.
Nah,
You know we got to bring that out.
I was thinking
Con,
about
let's
that
get
one.
it.
So,
Because it's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff that gotta happen here. And it also
Mm,
goes into stuff about us being redeemed. So let's get this going.
that's right. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have
Mm-hmm.
set before thee, thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations where that the Lord thy God have driven thee.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Verse 2, and thou shalt return to the Lord. It's like they shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
All see, this is so important, bro, because not only is the true biblical Israelites recalling the blessings and the curses and the lands in which we are scattered at, they're still scattered. And they're calling them up. They, you know what I'm saying? They coming back to remembrance of who they are and returning unto the voice of the Lord God and keeping all that He commanded us, the law, keeping His law. And it's not just us or the ones that's, like us, the start of it. It's also our children and with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Go ahead, continue.
God. Verse 3, that then Yahawah thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion.
That then, meaning once all this is done, then the Most High God will end the captivity and have compassion upon us and do what?
mm.
Have compassion and will return and gather thee from all nations where the Lord thy God have scattered thee.
Whoa, my God! So you see, this is a step. This is a steps to even being redeemed and going back into the land. Steps that they never even completed.
That's right.
Con.
They never even went through the prerequisitions to even make it back to the land. For them to say that we are the chosen people and this is us coming back to the land, and a point we keep driving is once this us going back to the land happens, it's not going to be something that's going to happen over hundreds of years. It's going to all happen at once. That's why they said this Exodus is going to be greater than the first one.
That's right.
If the first Exodus we all left out together, and the second one is supposed to be greater, why would it then take a longer time for Him to redeem us?
Mm.
Come on now, go ahead, continue.
Verse 4, if any of thine
And
be
oh,
driven out,
Salak. And this is this verse right here is going to also cut that. It's going to take a long time because watch what he say here.
God. Verse 4, if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahawah thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee.
No matter where you're at on this earth, you're going to get brought back with everybody else at the same exact time. It's not going to be like, well, we're scattered everywhere. We don't know where they're at. So they, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, we're still waiting on everyone else. The northern kingdom is lost. It's not none of that, bro.
Mhm.
They said all Israel is going to be gathered, no matter where they at. They can be in Alaska. They could be on some hidden island that we have never heard of or never discovered. They're going to also be a part of the gathering.
That's right.
Go ahead.
God. Verse 5, and Yahawah thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And in Yahawah thy power will circumcise thine heart, in the heart of thy seed, to love Yahawah thy power with all thine heart, with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
Hmm. That's a cold cut. Go ahead. Continue, though.
And Yahawah thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Man, we can stop there.
Mm.
When have we ever seen all the curses get put on the other nations?
That's right.
If the chosen people are already there, why aren't all the curses upon all the other nations?
That's right. Everybody supposed to
That's
be cursed.
everybody. So if we could even go to Isaiah 14. The Isaiah 14 also dispels that. Let's pull
Mm-hmm.
that.
Con. Bring it out.
That's why end time prophecy is not just a Christian's kryptonite, it's also the Jewish people's kryptonite.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Yep. Eschatology, man.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
We keep
And this,
seeing that when this gathering is happening, it's not just the tribes, it's not just the kingdom of Judah being gathered. It's also the entirety of Israel being gathered. So it's not just three tribes making it back to the land. It's all of the tribes making it back to the land. All right? Go ahead, continue.
And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
When did we see the strangers cleaving unto the Jewish people? When have they been joined with the Jewish people? Right?
Man,
As a
never.
matter of fact, watch this next part and tell us when this has happened.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahawah for servants and handmaids.
Man, when have the Jewish people took other nations as captives for servants and handmaids in the land of the Lord in Israel? When does this happen? You can't find this as a historical event never happening because it has never happened. Go ahead, continue.
And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
When did they rule over? What type? Who was the people that was doing the Holocaust and all that? It was
The
like the
Germans,
Germans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Germans. So when have they ruled over the Germans?
Uh,
When did they take the Germans into captivity and brought them
uh,
into the land of Israel and had them as their servants and handmaids?
uh.
It has never happened, bro. Go
Never
ahead. Let's
happened.
continue this. Verse 3. We can end with this.
And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage, wherein thou was made to
Made to
serve.
serve.
Man, they look very sorrowful over there right now. They look very fearful over there right now. It does not look
Right.
like the Lord has given them rest from sorrow and fear. They're very much still going through it right now.
That's right.
To the point that they're not even, you don't hear them putting out announcements about, oh, our powerful Lord is going to save us. No, they talking about our allies are ready to go to war with us. This is what
Woo!
they saying. So they don't even have the mindset of the actual biblical Israelites. And that's
That's
because they're
right.
simply not the biblical Israelites at all.
That's right.
That's
You know, and
right.
with that, I yield.
That's right. You know what? I got two more small points. If y'all don't got nothing, and I'm sure that'll probably be the end of it all. If y'all got anything else before, I just got two small points. Probably gonna seal the deal for sure.
Uh, yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Well, let's just get these points out, bro. I just need Revelation chapter 3, and the verse 9, and then because we just addressing this point again, like we said, there are people that are saying they're Jews that are not, and we understand there are imposters, there are converts. They don't fit any of the things that make you qualified of being a Jew or an Israelite, right? They don't fit any of the things, the curses or the blessings. They don't fit any of it, right? But we want to just get this point again, and we're gonna identify who they really are and why what's even going on with them is a factor, right? So let's get this Revelation 3, 9,
Uh,
right? Let's the end with this.
it's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie.
Mm.
Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, to know that I have loved thee.
Yeah, so you're gonna make them this house, this chief house of Satan. These people that are saying they're Jews and who the world acknowledges as Jews, but the real children of Israel are not called that. They're not going to be called that until we be brought back into our land. They're not going to call us that. We are called everything but a child of God, as the term says, right? But it said them people that say they are Jews and are not, but do lie, he's going to make them worship at our feet, right? And that's just what you have to look forward to as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, who are the biblical Israelites, right? But these people have been in war continuously since they've even been brought into this land, right? And so they signed this Balfour Declaration, and they have never had peace with the Palestinians who were over there first. They moved them out the way. They've been at war, like I said, with every little small Middle Eastern country that you can possibly think of over there. They've been stuff with Lebanon, Yemen, everything. It's just back and forth with Turkey, Egypt. Even their Egyptian president back in the day said that there would never be peace in the Middle East because the Jews left black and came back white. Oh, everybody else understand these things, right? But that's just a big old conspiracy and a conglomerate. And because these people have been controlling the earth and the currency and the money behind everything, so you have the money, you have the power, and it is what it is, right? But I want to show you who they really are by name according to the Bible, because we didn't do that, and just to show what God really said about these people, right? And I just want to end with this. Let's get Exodus chapter 17. All right, and we can get I'll tell you where to go when you get there, right? Because this is who they really are, and this is why they will never have peace ever, and this is what's going to happen with them. They are an enemy of God, and it is what it is. Let's go down to verse 14 on down.
Khan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 14. And Yahawah said unto, you said something?
No, somebody said bring it up.
Oh, God. Just the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 14. And Yahawah said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Woo, right here. So I want to just pause here. So he said he will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek. That's who they will go back to. So the so-called small hatters, the Jewish, these people, these Israelites, they will go back to Amalek. And you know, with us, or anything in the Bible, you will put an "ite" on the end. So they would be Amalekites. And what's crazy is, in modern day terms, if you was to call a so-called Jewish person or Israeli a kite, they look at that as a negative term. But that's literally who they go back to through biblical prophecy. This is who they go back to. This is who God named them. But they look at that as a racial slur or an anti-Semitic term to call them a kite. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? That's a negative term. You can look this up. Look at them. Call them a kite or anything like that. Is a bad thing, right? Well, look what God said. And this is why they will always be at war, which proves that no matter where they go, anything, they're not us, right? Let's keep going, though. We can finish with this.
Verse 15. And Moses built the altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi, for he said, because Yahawah have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
See right here, the Lord himself, Yahawah, will have war with Amalek, with the Jewish man, with the Israelis, with you people from generation to generation. That is forever. So they're never going to ever have peace until they're utterly be destroyed. Like he said, I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. So until Yahawah, which you know is ultimately going to happen when Yahawah come back and everything, he's going to put everybody in their place. And that goes not alone with Amalek, but the whole nation of Esau, because Amalek, they try to act like they're not an Edomite, but that's who they literally go back to. They're just one of the tribes of the Edomites, which is the biblical name of the white man. And that's what they have to look forward to. And we can, matter of fact, get this one more. So just show that he have war with them from generation to generation, which is one of the tribes of Esau. But we're going to show you what the other end of Esau is, and you already know what I want. There we go.
You know,
matter of fact, go back up to the top a little bit. To be honest, I want to get a little bit up on this, right? Let's identify who they are.
How you want to start at the top or 3?
Yep.
God, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter Obadiah, and verse 1. It's the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from Yahawah, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Look, now right here, the pride of thy heart. Now, ironically, we're in Pride Month, right? And we understand that what comes after pride? Destruction, right? So this is what we're hoping that's happening with these people. They can go ahead and be all puffed up all they want to, because we understand that they're going to be deceived by their pride. But then it said, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. So if we look at another term of what the Edomites, the white man is called today, it will be Caucasians, or people that cave dwellers. So that's what they will, those that dwellers in the clefts of the rock. This is who they're talking about. This is how you prove, one of the ways you prove that these people, the white man, is Esau, Edom, or one of their tribes is Amalek. It said, and then think about how much pride they have as a country. No one thinks that America will lose, or people don't think that Israel's going to lose. They're like, America's backing them. Nobody going to bring them down. That is pride, because God is puffing them up the same way that he did Pharaoh back in the day, to keep raising him up just so he can show his power and glory in the earth, right? And then it's even going to get even more to identify who they are. And we're going to be, let's just see how this identifies them. You can get the next verse, brother.
Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahawah.
You see, now, even if we look at right now, what is this nation's bird? The America's national bird is the eagle. And then what is, we said we set our nest amongst the stars. What is our flag? That's what we represent, the stars and the stripes. And just spiritually, they set themselves on high. They think they're above everyone. So spiritually, they think they're their way. But as a representation of what we have to identify us, when you see them coming, their boats or anything, you're going to see that American flag, those stars and stripes, or that eagle. But he said, even though they exalt themselves as this, they will be brought down. And this is thus saith the Lord. He's not going to allow this to go on any longer, right? Now we can get to these other points, bro.
I'm gonna grab a few more too, just cause.
Come.
Verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahawah, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mountain of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mountain Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
See, so all of this is about to happen to the white man for what they've done to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You understand that we are Israelites. Israel's name was Jacob at first, and it was changed to Israel after he wrestled with the angel of the Lord. So because of the violence that he's done to our people for a damn millennia, this is what they're going to have to pay for these things. And look what's about to come. Like I said, everything that they've done, God is not unbalanced. If false balance is abomination, everybody is going to reap what they sow. And this is what he says to them. Go back a little bit more, Shah, because I think it says something. What does it say about?
That's talking about the heathen up here at first.
Con.
18 just to get
everybody. Yep, but you go ahead.
Con, you want me to get 15 or 18?
Con, get 15, because I mean they're part of the heathen. Everybody about to get it, but it's going to emphasize them on his own. So let's just get this, and then we can end with this.
Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it should be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
That's why I wanted to see that, because everybody is about to get what they deserve at the end of the day. Whatever you get, your reward is what you deserve, good, bad, or indifferent. If you receive the kingdom of heaven, it's because you deserve it. If you get a damn nuke sent to your house, it's because you deserve it. There's no way around it, right? And what's coming to Esau, the Edomites, and their nation as a whole is because they deserve it, right? Now let's finish going. What's about to happen to all these people?
Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down. And they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahawah have spoken it.
See, so that again, as my brother Cole brought out in 37, the northern and southern kingdom, that's the house of Jacob and the house of Joseph of flame. They're going to be together when these things happen. And Esau is going to be stubble. It's going to be pocket lint. It's going to be hay. And when fire, you see what fire is when it touches something like that. It just is, man, eviscerated, it's incinerated, it's gone. They're going to kindle them and devour them. And there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it, man. So these people that's puffed up with this pride, these Edomites, I want y'all to get this in your head. Know who they are according to the Bible. Know thy enemy, but know thyself. And they did all this covering to not only hide us, but to hide themselves. But the truth is not hid anymore. We have everything right here in front of us, man. And this Bible is speaking, as it said in the book of Habakkuk. It said, the end shall speak and not lie. We're seeing it right now. We know who's who. We can identify who the children of Israel are, and we can see clearly that there are some imposters out here that's claiming to be these people when they don't fit any of the blessings and none of the curses, man. So this is what they have to look forward to. This is their future, and ultimately all of the heathen is going to reap what they sow, and everybody, even our people. So if you're Israelite, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, you know that we have to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. I don't give a damn how we feel, man, woman, or child. Our feelings cannot be our God, but we have to take heed wholeheartedly to the word of God, his laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's what is going to get us out of here. Our feelings will deter us wrong every single day. It said, lean not on your own understanding, or, you know what I mean? Or, you know, the man's heart is desperately wicked. Who shall know it? But the Most High tells us how to be righteous, man. He is our righteousness. He is our life, and he is everything. Without him, we have nothing. Without him, we don't have a chance in the hell of making it. So get right with God while you can. Give him all your honor, praise, and glory. Give him your life. Give him your heart. Give him your mind, and he will never lead you astray. Call Lord Yahawah Hamashayacha Yahawah. I yield with that.
All right. That's right, man. It's a time of judgment, man. These last days, man, all this war, all of this is just pointing to the coming of our Lord Hamashiach Yahawah, and he's coming to reward people according to their works. So whatever you've been out here sowing, that is what you shall reap.
Mm-hmm.
Look like
That's
ain't nobody in the chat, ain't nobody talking.
Nope, no questions. Let us know, man, before we get up out of here. I have a thumb to everybody. Shalom to everybody that came in, even some of my people that surprised me. Yahawah, a couple other brothers, Jay Fields in the building surprised me today. Of my people, of course, you know my brother and sister, the Beards, they always here, man. I'm surprised I ain't see what's my brother Megan. I know some other people in the chat. I definitely see them, or people that's watching that probably can't comment. Shalom to y'all too and everybody. And like I said, don't hesitate to ask any questions. That's what we here for, y'all. We here for this, man. And if y'all are praying and watching, y'all see that there's not much time left, man. It is heating up over there. And this is end time prophecy that they will be going to war like this, and they're going to lose. And America is going to fall, man. So take your hopes out of this place. Take your concerns, cast your burdens onto the Lord, and hold on, man. Pray for endurance, pray for impatience, fast, and pray as much as you can so that we can be changed, man, and that you can be worthy to be redeemed from this place.
That's right. That is right.
No, that's right. All praise to the Most High, man.
It don't look like we got no questions, man. Like I said, this was the Sabbath for us. So Lord willing, no any questions. We not gonna hold y'all up any longer. We'll be back June 19th, 8:30 p.m. man. Like I said, we go live every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. So come and build with us. Come with your questions. Hope you took notes. Hope this was edifying and straight to the point. That I like to say, call hello Yahawah, Bahashim Hamashayacha Yahawah, Shalom, Ahabathum, and Kwam Yasharala. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, family.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom, man. I'll become Quran, that's rolling.